Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at the last section of the word problems. Let's hope we get through in full today. If not, we can just wrap it up tomorrow then. So we're on question, the last lesson we did question 14. So today we're going to look at number 15. So in number 15 we are told, I bought 25 CDs. You guys know what CDs are, no?
Yes.
I bought 25 CDs, some were 50 Rand and others were 80 Rand. Altogether I paid 1,430 Rand. How much of each did I buy? So how many CDs did I buy in total? 25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say let X be the number of CDs, or let X be the number of 50 Rand CDs. Not so. So if X is the number of 50 Rand CDs, with the number of CDs that costed 50 Rand, then how many CDs were 80 Rand? 25 minus X. No? So therefore, we got 25 minus X CDs that costed 80 Rand. You all agree with that? And then how do we get the total? We say the number of 50 Rand CDs multiplied by 50 plus the number of 80 Rand CDs multiplied by 80. You add them together, you'll get the total. Not so. In this case, we got 50 multiplied by X plus 80 multiplied by 25 minus X is equal to 1,430. From here, it is a simple calculation. It's going to give you 50X plus. Now 80 times 25 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. 2,000. Minus 80x is equal to 1,450. Okay? So I got 50x minus 80x is equal to 1,430 minus 2,000. So it's going to give you negative 30x is equal to negative 570. Yeah, I made a mistake somewhere. 57, so that cancel. So X is equal to 29. No, 60 is 19. Check if that's correct. Huh? So yes, 19 is correct. So what does that mean? That means to say, therefore, we had 19 CDs that costed 50 Rand. And 25 minus 19. And 6 CDs that costed us 80 Rand. Maybe you guys understand? Who got that sum right? Okay. You look at number 16. See, this guy loves CDs, no? Yeah. Right, number 16. A CD costs 3 Rand more than last year. I have to pay 496 Rand for 12 CDs at the current price, after being given a discount of 80 Rand. What did the CDs cost last year? So I'm going to say that X be the cost of the CDs last year. So if X is the cost of the CDs last year, this year, or currently, how much is the CDs going to cost? in terms of x, it will be x plus 3. Not so. I had paid 496 Rand for 12 CDs at the current price. So which means to say, it's going to be 12 times the current price, which is x plus 3. The discount, what does that mean? I must take it off the total, which is minus 80 Rand. It's going to give me a total of 496 Rand. And do another simple calculation for me. You take it over the equal sign. So 12x plus 36 is equal to 496 plus 80. So it's going to be 12x is equal to 496 plus 80. It's going to give you 576 minus 36 is 0, 540. Is that correct? So what I do now is I divide by 12. So 12 goes into 48 4 times. 48, 16, 45. The question says, what did the CDs cost last year? And I worked out the CDs would have costed 45 Rand last year. Who got that answer right? Is some of you getting the hang of it now? Yes? Sorry?
What if we could use it in terms of x or y?
Say again?
What if we did not use it in terms of x?
What did you use it in?
Such as, I add to the stuff and the
So you just work the story in reverse. You see the question says, did you set up an equation? So you got something looking like this. What did you have? You just close your picture. What do you have? 496
plus 80.
Yeah?
570.
Sorry?
576.
Equals 576. Yes?
And I said 576 over 12 and 48.
Then you didn't set up an equation. You must remember that the question would read, set up an equation in order to solve the story somewhere. Okay, so we want you to bring your X into the story. Okay, and then you want to keep him out of everything, but you're not going to get the full mark because there's a skill that we want you to develop here. Later on, you can't just look at the sum and work in reverse. No. So you're going to get maybe 2 unknowns or 3 unknowns. You understand? So make it a habit of going down this route. Okay, to get your full mark. Probably if you're going to get 45 out doing the method, I would be nice to you and give you 1 out of 5. Okay. Well, is 1 okay for you, Michael? She says yes, okay. Then you do what you are doing. People number 17. We are told that a bottle contains 120 ml medicine. A second bottle has twice the amount. So how much ml is in the second bottle? 240 ml. Okay. Did the bell ring? Oh, right, we'll carry on with this tomorrow. Okay, good morning, class. So today we're looking at the last of the equations, the word problems. Not the last for you for the rest of your life, but for this exercise. It'll be good if the thing is plugged in. That's not right, no? Thinking now, give me a shock. Right. People, so we're looking at Number 17. We are told that a bottle contains 120 ml of medicine. The second bottle contains twice the amount. So twice the amount, we need to say that the second bottle contains 240 ml. Determine how much of the first bottle's contents must be added to the second bottle so that the second bottle will be 3 times as much as the first bottle. So I think I would let the amount of contents that is being transferred be x. So that's what I'm trying to solve. Okay, I might be wrong. So let's just try this. Let the amount of determine how much of the first bottle's contents. Let the amount of contents. Let the amount of contents be x that we're going to transfer. Okay. So for the first bottle, determine how much of the first bottle's contents must be added to the second bottle. Okay, so the second bottle already has more in, not so. So the first bottle's contents must be taken away and added to the second bottle's contents. Not so. In such a way that the second bottle will have 3 times as much of the. So whatever the first bottle is, I must multiply it by 3 to get the second bottle. It's got value. Okay. So the equation should now read: the first bottle contains 120 ml, so it's 120 minus x is equal to the second bottle, which is twice the amount, which is 240 plus x. Okay. You guys agree with that? So let's go and solve for x. So that's going to give you 360 minus 3x is equal to 240 plus x. Take it over the equal sign, becomes 360 minus 240 is 120 is equal to x plus 3x, which is 4. So I divide it by 4, so x is equal to 30 minutes. Okay. People, you understand? Who got that answer right? Only 3. Okay, where's the confusion here? Okay. All other 27 don't have an issue, but doesn't get the right. People, let's look at number 18. For number 18, we are told that a man has to complete a journey of 520 kilometers in 6 hours. Having traveled for 4 hours, he realized that he will have to increase his speed by 20 kilometers an hour to complete the journey on time. What was his original speed? Come, sir. You made it. Nice. Okay, so this is a speed distance time question. Not so. So, let's go to this table. Speed distance time. I got one row too many here. I can't accommodate all of you people. Why did they send all of you guys? No, I have a space for 5. That's why I said 5. Okay, so let's go again. A man has to complete a journey of 520 kilometers in 6 hours. Having traveled for 4 hours, he realized that he will have to increase his speed by 20 kilometers in order to complete the journey on time. What was his original speed? So let's go with the first part, and of course the second part of the journey. The original speed, so we say let x be the original speed. He will have to increase his speed by 20 kilometers per hour. So it's going to be x plus 20 kilometers. Okay? Having traveled for 4 hours, that distance, speed, time. So you want to work out the distance. Is going to be speed times time, which is 4x. Okay? So the second, how long is the second part of the journey? How long is the second part of the journey? If the total time coverage is 6 hours, it has to be 2 hours. Okay. So what is the distance then? So the distance is going to again be speed times time. So it's going to be 2 into x plus 20. But if I add the distances together, I'm going to get an answer of 520 kilometers. So I would say 4x plus 2 into x plus 20 is equal to 520. So 4x plus 2x plus 40 equals 520. So of course that is 6. X is equal to 520 minus 40, which is 480. So I divide by 6 both sides. 48 divided by 6 is 8. So it's going to be 80 kilometers per hour. Who got 80 kilometers? 2. Okay. Remember, when it comes to the speed, distance, time questions, it's always going to be easier to set up a table. Okay, and memorize that diagram there, the triangle. And from there we just fill in what we have. Not so complex. Okay. People, let's go to number 19. Again, same scenario here. Not same scenario, but same formula is going to come into play here. And I'm saying speed, distance, time. We are told that the cyclist rides against the wind for 36 kilometers at the speed of 12 kilometers per hour. So let's go straight into setting up the table. We got speed, distance, time against the wind. So a cyclist rides against the wind at 36 kilometers. Sorry, for 36 kilometers. The distance is 36 kilometers at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour. On his return, so we go return journey with the wind behind him. He does it at 18 kilometers per hour. So that is 12 kilometers per hour. What is his average speed? So the average speed is the total distance over the total time. Okay? So the time for the first leg of the race, remember the formula? DST. Okay. So the time for the first leg of the race, or against the wind, T1, let's call it T1 for now. So you want to calculate T, is going to be S over T, over D over S. So the distance covered here is 36 kilometers over 12 hours. So that takes him 3 hours to cover. Okay, that is 3 hours. People, if he goes against the wind for 36 kilometers per hour, what is his return distance? It's also 36 here. 36 kilometers. So the distance up is the same as the return distance. So in other words, my second time, my T2, can be calculated as distance 2 over, distance of the second part, or the return, over the speed of the return. So it's going to be 36 over 18. And 36 over 18 is 2 hours. Okay. But they want you to work out the average speed. So the average speed is going to be the total distance. What's the total distance covered? 36 plus 36, which is 72, divided by the total time taken. Total time is going to be 2 plus 3, which is 5. And 72 divided by 5 is, because 1 carried 2, 20 is 4, and 2 firsts. Is that correct? Over an hour, hours? No. Average speed is kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour, or 14,4 kilometers per hour. Okay. And then the last question for this exercise is number 20. We are told that 120 people attended a concert. Entrance fee was 12 Rand per adult and 8 Rand per child. The concert raised 1,280 Rand. How many adults and how many children attended the concert? So where do we start? We say let X be the number of adults attending the concert. So if X is the number of adults attending the concert, the number of children attending will simply be, and how many people in total? 120. So it's going to be 120 minus 4. If you had let the number of children attending the concert be X, then the number of adults would be 120 minus X. Okay. So to work out the total income, or the income, the amount raised, is going to be the number of kids, or the number of children, which is 120 minus X, multiplied by the cost per child, which is 8 Rand, plus the number of adults attending the concert, multiplied by the cost per adult. And that gives me a total of 1,280 Rand. So we get rid of the brackets. So I think it's 908.60. So is that correct? Just check. Huh? It's correct. Minus 8x plus 12x is equal to 1,280. They get over. It becomes 1,280 minus 960. 0, 2, 3, 320. And 4x is equal to 320. Divided by 4 both sides, so x is equal to 80. What's the question? How many adults? So therefore, 80 adults. 80 adults and 120 minus 80, which is 40. Okay, any confusion there? So that basically brings us to the end of word problems. Okay. The full lesson can be found in the description box below.